morning, everyone. Well, I'm Dr. Sylvia Regala. I'm Clinical Assistant Professor of Medicine at the University of Buffalo School of Medicine, Vice President of the Medical Alumni Association, and one of today's presenters. On behalf of the University of Buffalo School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences and the Medical Alumni Association, I want to thank you for joining us this Saturday morning and welcome you to the Heart of Women's Health program. I'd like to give special thanks and appreciation to our naming sponsor, Buffalo General Hospital, and Larry Zielinski for their generous support for today's event. And I'm excited about today's program and honored to be a part of this truly exceptional panel. Joining me today is Dr. Ann Curtis, who is the Charles and Mary Bauer Professor of Medicine and Chair of the Department of Medicine at UB, Dr. Teresa Quatrum, who is the A. Conger Goodyear Professor and Chair of Pediatrics at UB and Pediatrician-in-Chief at Women's and Children's Hospital. Where's Teresa? There she is back there. And Dr. Jean Witkowski-Wendy, who is Professor and Associate Chair of the Department of Social and Preventive Medicine, Professor of Gynecology and Obstetrics, and Vice Provost for Strategic Initiatives at UB. Thank you to all of you for spending the morning with us and sharing your expertise. Today's program is the first of a series which focuses on women's health. As a faculty member and volunteer, we created this program because of our strong belief in looking at women's health issues from a different perspective, and because we're proud of our talented clinicians and faculty at UB. We have amazing talent at the university, and we're proud to be able to showcase some of our best and brightest stars through our Women's Health series. I'd like to give a special thanks to Jennifer Britton, the health science staff, and Scott Blazak, who worked on this program to bring it to fruition. Jennifer is the one who planted the seed for women's health conferences a few months ago at one of our Medical Alumni Association meetings. So will you please stand so we can recognize you for all of your efforts you've done today? There's Jennifer back there, and the crew, and Scott. Well, we'll trust that you will find today's program interesting and informative, and we ask you that you share what you learned today with other women in your life, with your mom, your daughter, your sister, grandmother, and all the females in your life who you know and who you love. And we asked Dr. Chuck Severin to be our MC, and when he found out the ratio of women to men today, he said, "You betcha," he wasn't going to pass this up. So please join me in welcoming our MC, Dr. Charles Severin, Associate Dean for Medical Education at UB and President of the Medical Alumni Association. Welcome, Dr. Severin. You're welcome.
Thank you and welcome. Yes, it is a little intimidating being here. I said to my wife this morning, I said, geez, I said, with this weather the way it is, I wonder how many people will show up. And she says, what are you worried about? She says, all the women that are coming are doers. They're not going to let a little bit of snow stop them. And sure enough, she was right. I also want to welcome you, and I think a session like this is a long time in coming. We should have been doing something like this for a long time. Part of my job at the medical school is to oversee some of the curriculum that occurs, and I've always felt that we at the medical school need a course in women's health. I was told that a lot of textbooks, for example, the Harrison's Internal Medicine book is written, and everything in there is based on a 70-kilogram man. And in my short career in medicine, I think I've seen 2 70-kilogram men. So clearly something like this should have been done a long time ago. I do have some housekeeping chores to do before I introduce our first speaker. I have a cell phone on, and I made sure that my cell phone was placed on silent. So if you have either a cell phone or a pager, just out of respect for our speakers, if you could either turn it off or place yours on silent mode also. What will happen is that after our second speaker, we are going to have a 10-minute break. The restrooms, as you may have seen, are toward the lobby. on your way in. They're on the right-hand side. And again, we'll have a little break between the second and third speaker. Following everyone's presentation, all of the distinguished speakers today, we're going to have a question and answer session. So on your tables, you'll see a couple of things. One are pink forms, which are evaluation forms that we'll tell you about later. But you'll also see index cards. And what we would like you to do is after each speaker, if you have, write a question on the card. Those will be collected. And then at the end of all of the speakers, then I will ask the speakers to address some of your questions. So you'll see those. And it would be probably wise to do it after each speaker so that you could remember your questions for them.